The Bunker Project, podcast episode number, what are we on, 44?
43, 42, 43, 44, whatever.
44. Welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Project. We are here in the Den on Robson Street in Vancouver, and the Canucks just won in the first game of the playoffs of the Stanley Cup Finals.
So I'm just doing funny shots of me with my beer that's empty. Oh, that sucks. Because they're like, oh, I like it. Oh.
So we're back for show number 44,
nice
and we got our show notes ready. We're ready to go here at the Bunker Project.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm. Hi there. My name's Bob. I'm ready to go.
And we've got Satomi.
Satomi, baby. What happened to Elvis?
Satomi's like really confident on the microphone now.
Yeah, she is
She's
hot.
come a long way.
Oh my gosh.
And she really likes my Japanese.
Elvis is back and he's got a...
Watashi wa nehingo ga sukushi wakarimasu.
Oh, I'm not even going to go there. That's just
Damo
like...
mada joju jarimasen.
With a sight.
Microphone.
Yeah.
Microphone.
You're going to
Yeah, you might as well talk to Bob.
Shuba.
You're Japanese to Bob.
Blah,
That's
blah,
the Bob
blah,
Japanese.
blah, blah. Oh, see, that's Bob's Japanese.
Yeah. Yoroshiku onegai itashimasu.
So we've got Satomi, we've got the game maven.
Game maven, yeah, right on there. And he's a bit of a hockey maven these days because, you know, those Vancouver
He's
guys.
sporting a Vancouver Canucks shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! That's the Vancouver Canucks shirt that I got for that woman that puked in front of me during preseason.
Oh, yeah, that's the
So
shirt.
if you go back to the show,
yeah,
you
show
can
like
hear all
4
about
or
it.
5, yeah.
What show was it?
What a score.
Like 20.
He
Something.
shoots, he scores a free shirt.
That was ages ago.
It was
Actually,
ages ago, but
That
I was
a long
like, this
time
has
ago.
got
Holy
its
smokes.
use.
Have we been doing this
actually,
show that long?
Listen, she pukes, he scores a t-shirt. Yeah, there you go.
The best part of that whole story was the girl was sick, and her boyfriend's like, yeah, I'll take her home. And you can see this girl trying to go down the stairs, and her boyfriend's still watching the hockey.
Hey, wait a minute.
That could have been YouTube, man.
Between shows, our gamer maven went to get us beers to make sure we got some
Yeah,
beers.
he came
I
out
did,
with
but
a
she
with the
gave
full
me.
beer.
Look, he came out with a big
And we got
beer.
empty beers.
She gave me my beer, and I said we need beers back there, and I come back in after having, a cigarette, and she gave me my beer.
It's all a bit sad. It's all a bit sad.
It's crazy outside, by the way.
What? Outside? Oh, yeah, I know.
There's people with like weird
Cars
going up and down the street.
Beep,
I saw
beep, 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 beep,
yeah,
beep,
totally.
beep, beep, beep,
totally
beep,
lots
beep,
of
beep,
fake
beep,
Stanley
All
Cups.
right, we get the point
It's
now.
great. It's awesome.
Cool.
It's good
awesome
for the
in a
community.
sad type of way, yes.
Well, let's just talk about this. If a home team wins, a bartender gets 200% more tips than they would if a team loses.
Not in this bar.
No, it's true. Any bar.
She's got to work that bar big
No,
time
that's
to get
true.
200. Oh,
It's true.
It's true.
All right.
They actually
Generosity increases
We should
with,
all bartend
with
tonight.
wins.
with happiness.
Yep.
Bye, guys. I'm going to the bar.
Happy customer is a paying customer.
Happy customer is a paying customer. And
Yes.
during the Olympics,
And I mean, that's the same with everything.
there was lots of those other restaurants that were charging way more than they should because people were happy.
Because Europeans were coming in, then they don't normally, it's not in their culture to tip, so they added a tip
Yeah.
without permission.
Without telling people, yeah.
Yeah.
So they thought it was a tax.
No, they told people. I went to a few restaurants during the Olympics, and they said right away, the waitress said, we automatically are charging 18%. So you don't need to tip because the tip's already on the bill. So they did make it very clear. They were upfront about it. But,
Yeah, I bet you drunk
But,
guys
you know-
still put another 10% on top of that.
Usually.
yeah.
Or 20% if they thought to be macho.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should always treat your wait staff better than you would normally because they're your wait staff. So the better you treat them, the better your service is, and the cooler you look.
Yeah.
That brought to you from
You
the
get what you pay for.
You do get
Elvis
you pay
Maven.
for.
Yes, now let's move on to Rain Coaster. She is actually now in Yellowknife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Jeez, we
guess
had
I
her
am.
teleported into the show here. It's really awesome. We had our Star Trek fans whip that up. You know, all that Star Trek technology is real. And if you can rent them on weekends, they use it a lot in trade shows to
Bob,
get the executives in. Yeah,
Bob,
I'm shutting up.
Sorry,
Okay.
Julian Assange is going to have to kill you now.
Shh. Oh, no. So what's happened up north? I hear it's snowing already.
Oh, well, yeah. But we figured that's come up from Edmonton.
Those damn
It's actually not
Edmontonians.
snowing because in Yellowknife it's nice and hot and warm.
It's beautiful this time.
In the summer,
It
it's
averages
nice.
hotter in the summer than Vancouver does.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's like sunny all day long.
It's
You
the Great
can-
White North
It is
in the
the
winter,
sunniest
but in the
city in
summer,
Canada. I looked it up.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
In
No.
terms of,
In the
yeah,
summer.
I
No,
know, I know.
Florida
It's like a
is the
Soyuz
sunny
or
city in
something.
Canada. Awesome.
I will
thank you.
debate that. You said it was the
That's
sunniest city in
our
Canada?
Incredibly sexy
On
lady
average,
bringing us some
Calgary.
Wearing an
incredibly
old
se-
Canucks
oh,
t-shirt.
Man,
Awesome.
Look at that. It's like,
Retro.
I'm blinded by the cleavage.
On average, Calgary actually gets the most sun of it anywhere
Average per day or average per year?
Now,
per year.
you're actually
no.
from Calgary, so everybody says
bit of
their
bias
their
there.
city is the sunniest.
Well, I come. I don't
I'll
come
find
from.
out.
I come from Bahrain, and that's
When I
damn
came to
sunny there.
Vancouver, I actually had to get one of those vitamin D lights because I would get serious SADs during the winters.
Yeah, well,
And
everybody
Calgary
does.
gets a lot of sun during the winter.
Everybody does in Vancouver.
does.
Vancouver is a rainy city.
see his
Yeah.
dishes.
They made a
Vancouver's
song
the
about that.
World Center
Trooper.
for SADS research.
Trooper made a song about that.
What? Trooper made a song about being sad in Vancouver.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
That was Vancouver.
Oh yeah. And the sun is shining in this rainy city.
Oh yeah,
Oh, please,
but
is
we're
it
so
extra
high
not
on
to listen to
mushrooms.
this?
Sorry,
I know.
Last show.
I can't sing them.
Hey, so let's talk about these Tumblr guys. You know, like the users can.
Hey,
like,
I remember
now record
when
and
Rain
share
Coaster
music
was
with
on
SoundCloud.
the first time she talked about Tumblr.
Oh yeah,
No, I can still
Tumbling
talk
and
about Tumblr. I was teaching Tumblr earlier today.
I hear the
Well, let's hear the
Caribous
lesson.
are totally into
We want a
Tumblr.
lesson. Come on, speak to
It's
us.
a T.
Want a lesson?
All right, Tumblr
Okay,
us, baby.
I would never
Tumblrs.
teach Tumblr as a blogging platform, except if I were teaching in, say, a prison or a home for the violently mentally ill who also had obsessive compulsive disorder.
But you do like Tumblr for kind of a mosaic kind of posting.
I like
site.
it for a filing cabinet.
Yes.
I use it as a filing cabinet. If you're tootling around on the web and you can see something interesting that you want to blog later, you just hit the little post to Tumblr
So
button.
it's kind of like a public Evernote.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the post to Tumblr is really sophisticated. You can highlight a quote and it will automatically snip that quote with the title of the post and a link to it. You can choose the photo, you can choose the video on a page. It's
And
really
actually,
good.
before you could post video, and if you posted audio, it would come up as a video. But now you can record and share music with SoundCloud on Tumblr.
Yeah,
SoundCloud
That's the
is
latest
wonderful.
development.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I played with it a little bit, and then I got seduced by Audio Boo, because of Audio Boo. What a totally cool name, right? So it was a Bob's Boo cast, and so the Tumblr, the Bob Cloud cast. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
just
more
entered the
popular.
secret code on the Wi-Fi.
Well, how would I've got a question because I've got my blog on Tumblr
Now this is Satomi talking for all you
Yeah.
people that didn't hear us on the last show.
and I want to change. I want to
Move over to WordPress.
Like all smart
no,
people.
I think I'll go to the Wix blog. I'll do the Wix
Why
blog.
would you
No,
do
they
that?
have
You could
because
do
they're our
Wix.
sponsor, and you have to.
Yeah, I have. I'm getting ready my Wix website.
Wix
But
websites
the
are great.
question is, the reason I like the Tumblr is that I like the template that I have, and so how would I get that template?
Oh, you could probably get a template that's much better and similar on WordPress.
Yeah,
Or
there
and on
Wix.
and on
Well,
your
actually,
and on your
there's-
Wix page,
there's a
you could
fashion-
design whatever you want.
There's
Actually, you
a fashion
could-
right now for Tumblr-like themes. WordPress just came out with a theme which is obviously ripped off of the theme I've been using on my Tumblr for a year now. So the way that Blogger was ripping off WordPress designs last year, WordPress is now taking inspiration from
Yeah.
Tumblr designs.
So it goes
So-
around, comes around.
Yeah. There are lots of different options out there. If you want to replicate it exactly, you're probably going to need to code it yourself.
Yeah, but couldn't you go in there? You could take the code and copy it.
Doesn't really work that
No,
well.
no, I haven't finished.
It's
No,
Send it to your favorite coder and say, "Look, can you make this Tumblr?
what's your budget?
$50
Well,
bucks. You could probably
50
do it
bucks?
for- you could probably-
Not unless your coder is in Bulgaria and desperate.
Or if you go to Fiverr.com.
Or you're paying in something other than money.
like mushrooms
go there.
from UBC.
Other than
SFU,
mushrooms
sorry,
at
sorry.
UBC.
And if
sorry,
you're
sorry.
listening to this
Actually, it's not
podcast
UBC,
for the
it's
first
SFU,
time
so-
and you don't know what the heck we're talking about, that
Go to
was
last show.
episode number 42.
Sex,
No,
drugs,
it's
and rock
43.
and roll.
Because we were 44.
Episode number 43.
So you think that WordPress, though, is a much better platform for a blog or / business website than a Tumblr would be?
Absolutely. First of all,
well, you
Tumblr
get
has
way more control.
no Google juice whatsoever. As far as Google
Really?
is concerned, oh my God.
Why not?
You can test this. You can Google any term on my Tumblr, and I have 10,000 posts on Tumblr. You won't find the post. You won't
Yeah.
find it.
Hang on.
Really?
You have
That's
10,000
interest-
posts on
that's
Tumblr?
good to know.
10,000 posts
Wait,
on
did
Tumblr.
you automate it or something? How did you
No,
do
it's
that?
just that I spend a lot of time farting around on the web and going, oh, that's neat.
tweets do you have?
How many tweets do I have?
87,000.
Something like that. Almost
87,000. That totally trashed me. I'm like 5,000 tweets. I thought I was hot.
Automated.
Yeah, Bob
Yeah,
is a
it's true.
robot. Bob
Yeah.
is a robot. I have
All right,
84,853
Nobody
tweets.
loves me.
Pretty close.
Did you do that all
But it's
by
still
yourself?
good content.
Yeah, I don't do automated. I
Yeah.
did try Triber.com for a while, which is a startup up in the Okanagan. I kind of liked it.
I haven't
But
heard of that
it's-
one. What is Triber.com?
Triber is you
It's like TweetAdder?
no.
Is that a community
It's
then?
it's started by a chief of your tribe, and the chief of the tribe decides who gets to be in the tribe, and then everyone who's invited and who does join retweets everyone else whenever they make a post. Now, if you have a blog network like I do, it makes total sense within
Yeah.
the blog network. Everybody should be retweeting everyone else's posts, and it's really cleverly done so that all the retweets don't come out at once.
Nice.
It's like they're
Staggers it
spaced out
automatically?
at least a half an hour. It's really nicely done. The problem is the
Still
chief.
botting.
It's still botting, and the chief can add people, and you're not even notified until people go, "Hey, how come you retweeted this guy? You've always hated him." And you're like, "What? What? Oh,
Well, you got to know your alpha male or alpha female.
well, you got to know your terms
Alpha.
going in, basically."
But my question is, social media is so new, and there's like so many cool new concepts that people bringing out and launching, and then I'm going to try this, like you were just saying, I'm going to try this and that. Really, all week long, I'm just exposed to new concepts and try this and try that. How
it's
do you get?
unbelievable.
I mean, it's just ongoing. It's
Relentless.
so unbelievably difficult to keep on top of it.
Well,
How do you keep on top of it?
I learned very quickly what I should ignore. Let's talk about referral key right now.
Referral key.
God,
Yeah.
that's pissing me off big time. Oh, congratulations. Somebody just referred you. Get into referral key. It's like,
Referral
give me a
key
break.
automatically spams everyone in your contacts book
Yeah.
with, "Hi, I don't know if you're still looking for contracts, but if you are, let's connect on
It's-
this other site because
it's
we're already
BS.
connected on Facebook and LinkedIn and blogging. So why the hell shouldn't I connect on this thing?"
Stick.com does that too.
It's spam.
Yeah,
It's just spam.
just a spam engine.
And
actually, yeah.
I've seen some very high level people use it over the past 2 days, and I'm not shy. I email them back and I go, "This is beneath you." Those were my exact words to the head
Nicely
of
placed it.
a major social media agency in Vancouver. I said, "This is beneath you.
You
I
got
expect
sucked
more
in,
of you." Why did you think this was a good decision? Because whatever you're seeing is not what I'm seeing. And he said, "Well, I just looked like a different
clicked
business
on a button.
opportunity.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to spam everyone in my contact
Yep.
book, and now I have to explain it to my grandmother."
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
exactly.
What do you mean spam?
It
Your
sends an
contact?
automated email, which is identical to every single person whose email you have.
Well, basically, what okay, for the
And asking for
uninitiated or people that just tuned into the show for the first time, what these new marketing mechanisms, for a polite word, is that they say, "Hey, join our group and and we will propagate for you," which and basically means we will promote you automatically.
Oh.
And you say, "Give me permission to do that," and then they go through all your emails and they automatically send out pre-scripted, and these are professionally scripted, saying, "Hey, if you're looking for new leads, or are you looking for new work?" And everybody says yes. You click on the button because it's from a trusted
I
friend.
have never seen Twisted Magic, so he's got this look on his face. He's shaking his
It
head.
looks like
Something you'd
Vancouver.
like to share?
It's like the Vancouver
He
Canucks just
is-
lost the Stanley Cup.
Now he doesn't even know.
He just froze. You jinxed us, Bob. If we lose, I'm dead.
They
No,
can lose.
that's not the
They can
case.
lose because of that stat.
Let's
We talked about this a few episodes ago.
Yeah, but that's different. So we were talking about spamming, or are we talking
Yes.
about grouping?
Spamming, yeah.
I hate spam. Like, it's good to eat, but bad in my inbox or anywhere.
No, it's not good to eat. It's
Hey,
horrible.
You
What are
like
you talking
spam?
about?
Are you kidding? That's why it's
Can
called
you
spam.
believe-
It's
I had a-
horrible.
I had a
it's
cousin
like
from
the
Ireland come
entrails
out.
of
Yeah.
small creatures.
And back there, steak is like super expensive.
What,
but-
spam's expensive?
But spam is cheap.
And you can make spam steaks.
Yeah, but it's disgusting.
It's good.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
I went to Hawaii. They make an awesome spam.
So he came.
because
He
they
came
use
over here, and
pineapple.
he was actually. Sorry, no, I'm confused. It wasn't my cousin. It was.
It was his lawyer. Anyways, his accountant.
He came. He came
was
over
being
from
audited by the
Ireland,
Canadian
and he
government,
said he
and he
couldn't
went on spam.
believe that you can go to a pub and get a steak for $7, and
And yes, it costs more for the spam.
and he's used to eating spam, and unbelievable difference.
Well, if you go to a Greasy Spoon in
No,
Canada,
spam sucks. Spam sucks
Well,
both
look
to
at,
eat.
if you go to Greasy
they had
Spoon,
16
And to get
different
in your-
types of spam in Hawaii, and I was blown away by that. You could have
You
like,
get
so
Hey,
many
well, those
Spam,
nuts he brought
poutine.
back were awesome.
macadamia.
Oh yeah, those were great.
And did you know that those aren't originals of Hawaii?
no, they're from
Yeah, they
Scotland.
were actually brought from somebody else.
yeah,
to-
from
from
spam.
Australia.
Somebody got spammed.
That was Australia. I was pretty sure it was Australia.
Those
Well,
were
they traded them for
spam
spam.
macadamia.
Look,
But that's
I got
not
some spam.
spamming nuts. That's just bringing inclusing. Spam doesn't produce anything of good quality. Like,
Well,
Hey, I
spam-
opted in. I
If
opted in to
spam
get those
doesn't
nuts.
work,
Did you?
Yeah.
I wish we could get them in Canada, but you can't.
the problem with spam.
We need to take a trip to
The
Billings.
problem is, ladies and gentlemen, the problem with spam is that this new spam 2.0, because that's what we're talking about, is people are saying, well, you know what? Let's just take the same spam packaging approach and just use social media to get into people's personal emails and spam people. And because, it's from Bob, I trust Bob, and now I get spam, so now I don't trust Bob.
So Satomi asked
it's
what
a
spam
lose-lose.
was. So spam is basically unsolicited.
Anything. So like those flyers you get in the
Unsolicited meat.
mail?
That's
That would
spam.
be considered real life spam.
Yeah.
That's physical spam.
Yeah.
Or some guy shouting at you as you walk down the street. That's
Junk mail.
Spam.
Spam is junk mail,
Yeah,
basically.
junk
Yeah, exactly. And I can't still believe people
And it-
send junk mail. What a waste of trees.
I mean,
It's
I get
so
Well,
sad.
yeah, but I mean, in your email box, that's the thing. I mean,
Some people get hundreds of
But the
spams
only
a day.
in order for it to be profitable, you only need a
Yeah.
very
And this is-
minute response.
Of
This
idiots.
is what's infuriating to me, because when I've taken it up with people, the successful people that I took it up with have already dropped it. But the chronically unsuccessful people that I've dealt with are saying, well, it might bring me some business. And I say, well, look,
I thought
shouldn't it be beneath you anyway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's spamming. You've always hated spam, and now you're doing this to everyone you know.
But the thing is, if they don't know it's spam, they think it's just a new
no,
cool way
trust
to
me. I've made it very clear to them that they are spamming. I had people in tears.
it's like these.
Really? Yeah, but they
it's-
probably didn't realize until you totally took their head off.
yeah,
Well,
they didn't.
it's like, hey,
And-
by the way, you're a total jerk for getting into this. So what do you mean? So what? You just spammed everyone, and you're a loser. And he's like, oh my
No,
god,
but
Yeah,
what
they-
have I
some people-
done?
they
some-
aren't notified that it's spamming their
There's been
entire
no suicide.
inbox.
But some people get away with it, and I don't understand like these internet marketers, like the big name internet marketers, who are basically spamming their list.
Yeah.
And with these mobile enhanced emails, which are like really annoying to read when you get them in your regular email, and they're just promoting an affiliate link that they've never used.
Yeah.
And it's just so annoying to get these emails. And then you get emails like from someone like Pat Flynn from smartpassiveincome.com, which is actually, he's sending an email that's actually teaching you something and is adding value.
No, it has
Yeah.
good
And he's
value.
like totally the opposite of all of that.
And that's a direct email marketing campaign as opposed to a blanket, which these spam marketers are using.
So, like, what I don't understand is how these big name so-called internet marketers are able to
justify.
make money and actually still maintain their reputation
They're being
by spamming
paid.
people.
to promote these things.
Okay, now here's
No, I know they're being paid, but people still follow them.
There are lots of dumb people who would prefer to, well, okay. There are some dumb people and there are some very busy and tired people who don't really understand
It's
social media
equivalent of
and
dumb.
they want to delegate
To
the
dumb people.
decision-making and taste-making process to someone else.
Yeah.
So it's like, I see brand X is good, I will do what brand X tells me and not have to think about it. And wait for the passive income streams because I've got AdSense on my blog and I'll be a millionaire in a year.
Very nicely encapsulated.
So let's just ask Andrew, how much did you make off of AdSense?
So far,
Yeah.
$43.27.
Oh my God, you're only like
What is
990.
I have made $400 on
I'll get my
AdSense.
first check in 3 years.
You know what? I made $400 in AdSense.
That's actually really awesome. You got $43.
Yeah, I know.
I've made $4.30 in a year.
Well, you know what? I have made $400
Well, you don't get your
on
first check.
AdSense.
You don't get your first check until you make $100.
But what is that? AdSense.
It's Google's advertising on your blog or website. And
Figures out what keywords that your blog has and then provides you with ads that are similar to that service, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, just to
So-
run in here, just to
So
break-
Bob's made $400 on ads.
Yeah, I was wondering if somebody's going to tune into
Can
that.
we join your spam system, Bob?
Well, you know how I made the $400?
Naked pictures?
Nope. Google sent those cards to me, $400 worth of free AdSense ads. That's my $400 right there.
Ah, okay. So
I
you
made
didn't
100 then.
actually
I made 100.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
But you
I think
didn't.
they've sent me 400.
No. Come on.
I need 4 different addresses then. Okay, let me
Yeah,
hang
exactly.
on. I'm going to sign
I've got
up.
14.
Yeah. No, I've
I'm
got.
still waiting for my other 10.
I got those cards too. I haven't used them yet.
Well,
I guess
use
I got
them.
$100.
Yeah,
then,
but
too.
that's not actually. They're not actually writing you a check for $400.
No, that's a gateway drug. It's a gateway drug. It's like heroin.
It's like
You
AdWords.
use it, and you get some response. And
Oh yeah, I've
maybe-
got like
it's like
I've
the
got
lotto.
I've got tons because I'm administrating the for my work. I'm
I know,
administrating
all
the
sorts
Google
of stuff.
account, so I
You
get
guys
I
get
get those
tons.
things all the time.
And you don't use them?
No, I'm
I'll
gonna
take
use them.
I'll take
I'm
them.
gonna
I
use
said I made $1,800 on AdSense because my buddy gave me all the ones he doesn't use.
Yeah, but are you getting a payoff from using them? Are you getting a conversion or
No, I just keep them in my wallet. I mean, I can't use them at Starbucks. Hang on, you didn't tell me that. I think at $100, I could use them anywhere. Wait, hey, hang on.
I
gotta
got a
talk to Google
$200
next week.
Visa card from Intel.
Oh, nice. Let's go party.
But that was because I was a developer and I made something and they liked it, so they gave me $200 for it.
Wow,
Sweet.
I'm sure you'd have preferred one of those. Like,
It was for the 48-hour global game jam.
Cool.
So
Hey,
if you submitted your game, you got a $200 Visa card
now, did
for
you
their
use
app
it?
up.
Did you use it?
I think it's okay. So here's the thing: they sent me also a
good for games.
$25 Amazon.com gift card, but because I'm in Canada, I can't actually use it.
Well, no. What you do is you ship to Blaine.
Yeah, but for $25 worth of stuff off of Amazon to
Well,
drive
we'll pick
all the
it
way
up.
there,
No, we'll pick it up on our next shipment.
yeah? Just
up there
send it to Blaine.
all the
Okay.
time.
Put
it'll be a DVD of Greg the Bunny.
Excellent. We'll just mix that
No,
in with our mushrooms.
we're not picking that up.
No,
Forget
those aren't mushrooms.
Have you seen that show? It's awesome.
Nope, we're not picking
It's
it up.
foul-mouthed
Nope.
Muppets. I
Doesn't
bet your
matter.
Rain Coaster would love it.
Forget it.
No, she's just into Arctic foxes.
If it's not podcasting gear, we're not picking it up.
All right.
Hey.
Well, how about if I gift you the $25 gift certificate and you can get something for it then?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
We'll buy you beer.
Yeah, we'll get some
I have
cables.
no problem with that.
Rocket.
Anything you want, just tell me and I'll order it.
All right, so since we're talking to the gaming maven,
Again?
yep, Angry Birds.
Our newest sponsor, the
They're,
gaming.
they're,
Maven.
they're bringing it. They're bringing it to
Yeah,
Roku.
actually, yeah, I'm a sponsor now.
Roku.
Twisted_magic on Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow us so you can read what Rain Coaster has usually said.
Because he retweets.
I
everything.
retweet.
He retweets everything, man. He's such a slut.
He's a mirror, a rain coaster mirror.
No, I enjoy quite a bit of the things that she posts, so I post it. There's no affiliate marketing here or anything.
No,
Not at all.
I think there should be because we'd be making a
And,
fortune.
and not to say that she was a judge on a project that I worked on and she let us win.
And
so.
he
Hey,
got,
you know what? Like, are you
said
gonna?
got some AdSense
So, are you
bonus
gonna
points.
rebrand to Ice Coaster, or are you gonna stay Rain Coaster?
I
think she
have
should-
too much invested in Rain Coaster. I registered Ice Coaster, and it's on Twitter, but I'm not really doing anything with it. If I move up there, it may change, but I really think that the brand of Rain Coaster is just too big to turn my back on.
Really?
Yeah, you can't.
It is. I mean, I got 20,000 daily readers. If
There's
you
no
add
like
everything
401
Holy
redirect
crap.
for Twitter.
Yeah.
That's a technical term, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, but that's one of those allowed words.
Yeah, exactly. You get like over 20,000, you say allowed to say crap.
Yeah.
Under 15, you say meh.
Yeah.
Meh. And then it's like 300, you say meh. So, wow, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, I have a lot of blogs.
Yeah. And
I
how many
tweet a
blogs
lot,
do you do?
too.
How many blogs do you do?
Right now I have 8.
You're nuts.
Yeah.
And how many tweets are you putting out? Like,
Well,
No, more
there is
than-
a website which I
more
can't
than
recall
4.
because I'm a little too tired that will tell you how often you tweet, like as a part of your day. Like
So
you
you're
tweet
probably-
once every 27 seconds. Give it a rest, girl. And
that's
it,
you?
Twitter counter. It might be Twitter counter. This one comes up with snarky little sayings. Okay.
That's what you need.
I wish I could remember what
So
it is
you're
because it
basically-
told me to put the computer down and step outside.
Wow, you're a psycho tweeter.
I'm a psycho tweeter.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
It does
even-
get me things.
while we were setting up here,
Like
you said
50,000 a year.
while we were setting up here, you sat down and said, "Well, while you guys are setting up, I'm going to blog."
Yeah, and she hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
And
How many
you know,
tweets-
so
okay.
you're turning your downtime.
How many tweets
into
did you do
uptime
the
all
last show?
time.
How many tweets did you do at in the last show? Like 2 or 3, 4 or 5, 10, 20, 30,
15?
15. Holy cow. Plus, she was like 80% of the conversation.
But I'm also trying to
I know.
batten down a free flight for tomorrow and take care of dinner and see if I'm getting my bar tab paid. And so there's a return on investment here.
Important stuff, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
well,
you
you're
can
going to be partying with me too. So
well,
yeah, that's so you need.
you're out of my
medical-
league, Bob.
Medical bills and stuff like that. Oh my god, can I get an IV with that? Oh my goodness. Hey, let's just jump into Angry. I tried to introduce it earlier, but I got just slapped down big time.
Well, we got the gaming maven here, so we're going to talk about
All right.
games.
So
now.
what do you think? Angry Birds, they're going to bring it onto the
Roku.
Roku, yes.
ROKU.
Come on, get it out with it.
Spit it out. The same Looney Tunes there.
Roku.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what do you think of that, man? It's like bringing it to TV.
Awesome.
That's nuts.
No,
Really?
dude,
It's big TV. You
it,
have your like 300-inch TV.
it was only a matter of a time.
You could actually see the feathers.
They do their all their stuff in vector
They
graphics.
got like
anyways.
20 billion downloads or something ridiculous.
Are you
like
going to
that.
get there like in surround sound? Yippee!
I think
Man,
I think it's a
woo, my head's spinning.
like any other children's toy or game or something that's transitioned to a TV show. It just makes perfect sense, anyways. Plus, they've got enough backstory. You've got your villain, the pigs. You got their birds.
Yeah, but what happened to they tried to do one where the pigs were not the villains and they were kind of
Revenge of the
against
Pigs.
Revenge of the Pigs. That never took off, did it?
Well, it hasn't come out yet, has it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they
I'm
should.
pretty sure that's Angry Birds. They're not calling it 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't got to that stage yet.
No.
have they?
No,
It hasn't come out
they
yet.
they had the monkeys in Angry Birds Real, but that was because it's more specific to the movie.
Yeah, well, and also the monkeys, you don't have to pay.
So why don't you
if they're all
explain?
dead, so you
Why
don't
don't you
have to
explain
pay
what this Roku
cost.
thing is?
Yeah,
All right.
Roku. For all you people that actually pay for TV, you should listen to this next comment.
It's a free service, right?
God, you're fired as a salesman. That's all I can say. No, look at it. Like you've got internet coming into your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're paying another $30 for TV. Duh. Just get what do you call it? Roku.
Yeah.
Or there's 3 platforms: there's Roku and a couple others. And what happens is they enable you download all your legitimate downloads onto a hard drive, and then this translated into TV, right? Basically, right?
Yeah.
Plus games.
It's
that
their
enables you to
codec
do.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's basically a codec converter.
Yeah, basically
It
they're just
dumbs it down
They're
to the
translating
TV.
into their own language to display. So
Right.
yeah,
Which means that you can, if you don't own an Xbox or you're not a gamer, it's an awesome.
yeah, it's a good alternative, especially if you're a big computer user. I think that having Angry Birds will definitely make it take off even more than it already has, because everybody's really into it. And
Well, let's say if you had like 2 terabytes of movies on a hard drive, a Roku would be a good device to have, right?
definitely.
Because you can unplug that from your computer, walk across your living room, plug it in, and then all those movies that are on this 2 terabyte unit, which is estimate about like 1,600 movies. You could play those on your TV, freeing up your computer to do other stuff, like check if Vancouver won.
Yeah, and if you're going to search out for Roku on an iPhone, do not enter, just let it go do it, because it'll go to tofu, not Roku.
Oh, but tofu's awesome. Especially if you get spicy tofu.
It is good. It depends on what it is. So,
Yeah, it's a really good replacement for food.
oh, so you can watch Netflix also with Roku.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Roku.
see, I just heard this
Basically,
news today.
It's an
So
interface
I hate to
box.
tell the listeners, but I actually didn't know exactly what
Elvis?
Roku was, but I knew that Angry Birds was coming to it.
So basically, as they say in Elvis, Elvis is left
Half
the
cut.
building. No, half the building. He's
Elvis
out,
has
he's out of
left
the
the
building.
building.
Roku.
Elvis has had 3 black beers.
Hey, all I gotta say is let's go to the next damn subject because Roku has not been doing stuff that even I rolled my R's. So what's with Mark Zuckerberg, man? Goes to Europe and he's hanging out with the big Obama, and then he's hanging out with the Russian dude. What's that guy's name? Sarkozy or something?
No, that's the French
Putin.
French dude. Yeah.
Sounds Russian.
You say he's not hanging out with Putin?
Well, like I say Eric's from Europe. So
Hey, speaking of Putin, there's this awesome place I heard on Dunsmuir and Homer.
Oh,
The best poutine in town.
Fritz's.
No, it's on Davy.
No,
Poutine
I
Davy.
just went to Market
All
on
right, here it comes.
Alberni, and they have the world's greatest hangover food. It's short rib poutine.
What? Where?
What
Really?
shirt rib you do? Oh,
With-
well, hang on, back that up.
Alberni and Thurlow.
By the way, this
Upstairs
is
at Market
is
by
an
Jean-Georges.
official.
So if you were
Digression.
Googling it, Google
An
it.
official digression.
How would you Google that?
For those viewers at home,
if
grab your
Market,
drink.
All you people that are
Alberni and Thurlow.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
imagine all our 60% of listeners in North America. There's a couple guys in Thailand. How can they have that shipped by mail?
Well, they
you
could.
can't. But when
probably
you
hit
are
them up
visiting
on Twitter.
Vancouver,
They're on Twitter, so
come
we
on
can
by.
talk to
Now,
them.
this place, though,
hang
this
on,
place
what's
on
the- hang on,
Dunsmuir.
What's their Twitter address?
The Twitter address
hang on,
is.
let me get a shot
Let
of
me
that.
just
That's a
double
great-
check.
Well, while
it.
you're checking that, the place on Dunsmuir, the poutine there
I'm
uses
just gonna get a shot of that.
authentic. Bob's like putting his.
You know what's coming here that's authentic? Dunn's. Dunn's is coming to Vancouver.
Done like dinner.
No, Dunn's smoked meat sandwich shop is coming to Vancouver and going to have a place on Granville Island. And it's a 24-hour smoked meat, Montreal smoked meat, and poutine. So, and you can get all that for less than $20. Montreal smoked meat, poutine, and a beer.
Whoa!
How can you beat that deal?
That's hilarious because poutine.
Yeah.
Poutine
They won't let you do it
is
24 hours here?
invading
Okay, well,
the West
in-
Coast here.
in
Poutine-
Montreal,
it's
that
a
was
poutine
where I
invasion.
ate all
14
my
hours,
food.
at least 14 hours.
Because it was close to my hotel.
That's a poutine digression.
Is the name?
Yeah, Dunn's smoked meat is coming. You can actually check out their website. I think it's
there's
Dunn's
a place
West.
on Davy that has 26 recipes happening right
Fritz.
now.
Yeah, that's Mabel Patat.
No,
Yeah.
don't go to the Belle Patat. Go
Why
to
not?
Fritz's. I find their no offense to the Belle Patat, but I find their cheese to be a little squeaky when you bite it. So I'm not really down with that. Go to Fritz's because the family there that zoned it has been there for as long as that location has been there.
All right.
It's always open super late till 4:00 in the morning, and they have like 15 different sauces you can add to your poutine.
Okay, well, try that.
Food zone.
And also go over
interruption.
to
Food
the
zone
House of Poutine
interruption.
on Dunsmuir
House
and
of
Homer.
Poutine.
And try it out there too because they actually use authentic
Poos
cheese
in
from
their
Quebec,
poutine.
imported from
All
Quebec.
right, but
if you're not so much about the authentic and you're more about how it tastes, you can
oh, gnarly those
you can go to
I had
the
no
Hamilton
idea.
Street Grill, which has gorgonzola poutine.
No way.
Yeah, but the Hamilton Street Grill also has this awesome ginger
Vitus.
ginger cake
Oh,
dessert.
sorry.
Unbelievable.
Okay,
Well,
so,
and that's right in my neighborhood. 'cause I
So
live in
maybe
Yaletown.
Montreal is invading the West Coast here.
all okay.
And if you want a really
Ladies and
good
gentlemen,
smoked meat
okay.
sandwich,
Hang
go
on, hang
across to 4th
Hang on,
and
guys.
go to Schmegel's Bagels.
Okay,
they got the
Schmegel's-
best bagels
Schmegel's
ever.
Bagels with a name like that. What
And
can
it's
I-
open 24 hours.
Don't be a chutzpah. Go to Schmegel's
And if you happen
Bagels.
to be
But it's like $13 for a sandwich.
Well, don't be
in
a
Aix-en-Provence in France,
all-
there's this really cool restaurant
in
right on the
France.
boulevard there.
Yeah,
oh my
here it
God,
goes. Here
it's
it comes.
awesome.
Here it comes.
Go hang out in St. Catharines.
So what I want to say is, all
Hey,
the
and if
people-
you're in Ireland, in Dublin, they want the best pint of Guinness, go to Hartigan's. It's a
oh my God,
really
I
dirty
just-
bar.
But they've
It's
got
like
poutine.
bare
They
bones.
got
It's like
poutine.
it's like
And
drinking
if
beer
you're
in a
in-
warehouse, but they've got the best pint of Guinness. Voted the number one pint of Guinness in Ireland.
And if you're in
with
Calgary,
poutine.
if you're in Calgary and you want free beef on a bun, go on Fridays to Ranchman's.
So my question is to the ranting lunatics that have just gone on a poutine bender here: what the heck is poutine?
Poutine is cheese, gravy,
That hasn't been
and
crushed.
fries.
No, but what is poutine? What is the cheese? It's not cheese. It's cheese.
It's farmer's cheese.
Exactly,
It's
it's
proto
cheese.
cheese.
Exactly.
It's larval cheese.
Exactly. Larval
actually,
cheese. Cheese
if
that
you
has
hadn't
not been crushed and
tried it,
aged. It is the
And
newest cheese.
non-pasteurized.
If you've
It looks like
never
sweet
tried
cheese.
it, you
It
would think it looks like totally disgusting.
It looks
Yeah,
like
it
Cheezos.
does look
it
totally
looks like
disgusting.
Cheezos,
It
except
Actually looks
heavier.
totally
It
disgusting.
looks like
looks,
Cheezos.
It looks
It's like little wormy things.
Well,
Totally
or like
It's
little
curdled
Like curds.
milk.
I don't know, like
Curds.
It's curdled milk.
the
It looks
turds
like
of the snow fairy.
It looks like
Just little
curds
white
mixed with
lumps.
this brown stuff with. On top
Oh
of
yeah, I oh my gosh,
fries.
I remember doing a photo shoot in I think it was Quebec actually, and they had these huge, vast things. It's like a 15 meters long by 3 meters long, and they put buckets and buckets of sand in, and they're saying, we're at the poutine stage. And so what does that mean? It says, well, basically we just put salt and milk and it's all curdled and then we've let it age for 24 hours. And then that's poutine. And then we take this and we squeeze all the water out of it and then we basically crush it and that becomes
those are
cheese in
Those
30
are the
days.
cheese curds.
Yeah, basically.
Until it's all together, the French fries, the gravy, and the cheese curds. It's not poutine.
No. Really?
There's just cheesy fries. If it's just cheese,
So poutine
and
is when you put the
poutine
gravy.
is you have to have gravy
Really? And the fries.
and the fries.
Wow.
And
So you have
cheese
yeah.
curds, not just regular cheese. Cheese curds.
Yeah, without the
Real cheese
gravy, it's
curds.
just teen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you
if
gotta
anybody-
have the boo.
They
The
do
big
sell it at
brown
A&W. They sell it at lots
Man,
of.
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
in Montreal or Quebec, if
You can get it at A&W up the street here.
no, you
Yes.
get poutine.
And we've had I don't know if you've noticed this, but
You're
we've
right,
had
they have
an
invaded.
A&W invasion. It's
they're everywhere
almost like
now.
Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Winnipeg is awesome because like every 40 yards, or meters I guess now, there's an A&W. It's
So
everywhere there.
it's like Starbucks
So is
here.
It's like
that
Starbucks
why
here.
is
And
is
now-
that why NW or sorry is that why Winnipeg is awesome?
Yeah,
No
that's
way.
why.
Well, it's
the
not
root beer,
because of
man.
the weather,
The
that's
root
for
beer
sure.
is pumping through their veins like blood.
Well, it
I thought it
stops
was
them
because
from
they've got
freezing
an
up because
NHL
it's
team
50
again.
below.
Yeah, it's also because they got an NHL team, and if you really like root beer, you should go to Dougie Dog on Granville Street, where they make awesome hot dogs.
By the way, I
It
think
is
I know
Dougie
why
root
the
beer. I think that's what
Okay,
they
what
call
about
it. It's the house
Japadog?
root beer.
Everybody's
It's
forgetting
really
about
good.
Japadog.
Japadog is good
Come on,
too.
Japadog.
Japadog's great. This is our,
They've got a store now. They've got
and
location
Robson
there.
on
Oh,
the
yeah.
weirdness part of Robson.
also,
And
if
it's
you're down for
always
eating weird food,
packed. It's always full.
Yeah,
the Japadog store.
Japadog store is great. Go to eatstreet.foodnetwork.com and you can get a special app for all the food trucks around town
Nice.
if
Is
you
that
want-
with an iPhone only?
too. Yeah, that's an iPhone only thing. But
Hey, what about like like
I think
The
Google actually
Google
has
phone, the Google
a way to
phone.
just look at it on the internet for any of the food trucks too.
All right, so that's a nice segue. Google phones and pads to have GPS latitude turned on so you can automatically check into Foursquare and that type program, blah, blah, blah. Do you think that's important or do you think that's just a sucky BS thing to do?
That's a sucky BS thing to do.
Why?
It used to, when Foursquare was first invented,
Hang on,
you could developed, released into the wild. You could actually get things for checking in. If you were the mayor of the place,
You don't
could
get that anymore?
10% off. No.
Oh,
You get-
those
You get a
idiots.
badge, and it's not even like
That
being in
sucks.
Boy Scouts or something, because you got a real badge when you
No,
earned
it's
a
just
badge.
like a
then.
sucky virtual badge.
This is just like, hi, you did exactly the same thing as 49 other people today.
You're a
Here's
loser
your
badge.
imaginary badge.
So you're a loser badge,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
a gamer
Just
badge.
apply it directly to the center of your forehead.
Yeah, but can't a
Hey,
merchant
sorry.
decide
Better
to
than a
offer
gamer
a merchant
badge.
could decide to do something, but
Yeah.
he has all of these sheep who are checking in anyway and publicizing his thing for free. So why would he then give something away?
to differentiate themselves from everybody who's not doing
It
that?
would
Well,
only
no,
make business sense if you suddenly lost a bunch of sheep who would check in for free just because they feel that it brings the power of the awesome to their existence.
Okay, all I have to say is Chipotle.
So what about Facebook Places, though?
Well, I mean, all these things used to be because influencers were using it to check into places, and it was to drive business to those places. But because it wasn't actually making any market sense to them to have this sort of option, it's now becoming one of those kind of fad things. It's
Yeah,
like,
but I
do
think
you
it's
really want
long-term-
it? When you checked in, it was so your friends knew that you were going there. So if they were around that area, then they could go there.
Yeah.
Now it's more of a social thing.
Everybody
and do
does
you really
it.
want everybody to know where you're at?
Well, it's more like the people that are selling you.
No, they're totally the people that are
smell,
smelling.
yeah, smelling your
I
cappuccino.
used it for a while. I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, me neither. Like
It's
that
not
was
even
like
on my
a year
mind.
and a half ago.
Well, I
Yeah.
think Andrew's got it turned off because I can never get it to work.
Yeah, well, there was an amusing thing that happened last year at, I think, Social Media Camp. One of the speakers on internet security decided to check the organizer of the camp in at strip bars
Excellent.
and sex shops and
Well, did he
various
actually go there, or was that just a joke?
He just checked him in there.
Excellent.
And Paul checks his iPhone, and people are like, Paul, why are you checking in there? Is your wife, does she know you're there? And
they're
he's-
probably
he's
saying,
like, "What?
I'm in the
What?
store. How
Yeah."
come you're not here?
Yeah.
You know?
So they're
Check
not,
out this dildo. I mean, what's going on?
twit pic.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah.
this happened?
Since we're on the whole internet security, then you probably know about the politician that had his Twitter account hacked recently, and somebody's junk was shown on his Twitter account. Do you know about this, Andrew?
Can we name names?
Yeah, I believe Rain Coaster probably knows the actual names.
Wiener, it's awesome. Let me bring it up on Gawker, which is my go-to, which is why I have all of the filthy news, but none of the real news.
Wasn't he Canadian?
Canadian? No, heck no.
Is he quasi-Canadian?
Wiener. Poor Anthony Wiener. Yes, his name is actually Wiener.
That is awesome.
And he now says basically he cannot confirm or deny that the wiener in question was his.
I thought he said it wasn't his.
Well, he started out saying that. He's not saying that now. Because it has basically been proven to have originated with his Twitter account and not a spoofed Twitter account. Therefore, people are going, well, whose wiener was it then? And it was, if I were a guy, I wouldn't be ashamed of that particular wiener. It's not like it was like he had to use the Zoom or anything.
So we went from Japa dogs to
To wiener dogs.
to wieners.
So he Brent Favre'd himself. Pretty much. He sent a bad thing. Anyways, as for wieners, so that was just the internet security thing I wanted to throw.
He now says it doesn't look familiar to him, but he's not ruling it out.
Well, like video or pictures can take a few pounds off, right?
Yeah.
So, or is it the other way around? I don't remember.
But this all has to do with Foursquare. I mean, this is your social security yourself, right?
Foursquare, what is that?
Foursquare is a
Foursquare was
social
this
network.
game back in the day where you used to draw four squares on the bottom of a sandbox, and then you'd stand in one of the four squares, and then somebody throw a ball, I think. Andrew.
Right. Foursquare is a social network where you can check into a
Segue.
physical location.
But it was originally a game.
Yeah.
It was originally
We'll let Rain Coaster carry it on from
It
there.
was originally a game that people played in playgrounds with other living beings, and just an imaginary game that isn't any fun. But you go someplace and you check in, which means you tell everybody where you are, and you can hook it up on Facebook or whatever you want, and therefore tell everyone you know, including the burglars, where you are at any given time, which is great if you're a burglar. They used to have to go to the airport and look at the tags on the luggage, and now you tell them when you're not home. It's awesome.
Yeah. And when you left the kids at home alone. Yeah, there's
With
a whole
the
bunch
shotgun.
of things that you should not do with social media, and that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, with Foursquare, Facebook Places, and all these things,
Gowalla.
Gowalla,
Yeah.
you can use it right, and you can use it wrong. So
But I mean, that's the whole internet itself.
And, some people embrace these platforms and they love them, and some people try them and,
Location-based stuff used to be really cool. I mean...
I used it a little bit, and I just never got into it.
Yeah, it's a love it or hate it sort of relationship. If you're a person that likes to broadcast where they are and what they're doing, it's fine. But if you're a person that maybe wants to keep a little anonymity every once in a while, then, maybe it's not for you.
Please.
Asking if I can ask a question.
Article.
I cannot wrap my mind around the idea of an audience who cares where the hell you are.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're Julian Assange and I'm stalking you, then hey, let's let it out there for the fangirls.
Hey, well,
to make it
when I
easier
was
for them.
when I
otherwise, my
It's
sister
irrelevant.
doesn't care where I am as long as it's outside of jail. It's all good.
No, but when I was using it, I thought it was kind of cool that I could just check in, and then I would see, okay, so I'm here on Hamilton Street, Homer Street, at this little Chinese restaurant, and then I could also see, Shane Gibson checked in just a few blocks away, having dinner with his wife or whatever.
That's run out of this restaurant.
And then somebody else in my network is over here, and I was able to see that, and that was kind of interesting, right? And
but it wears off fast.
yeah, and
have you
it
ever
did wear off
been
fast.
really excited to check your Twitter and see somebody checking in somewhere? Have you ever gone, oh, cool?
Well, only if it's in the same restaurant, it's supposed to be medium.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the other side of the restaurant. Silly me.
Yeah. There's
online stuff. I mean, it's
there's
weird.
all these things, and some people, like I said, some people really embrace these platforms, and some people don't. And I'm just one of those that didn't really get into the location based.
Yeah, go on. Go ahead.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Like, who cares? Oh my God, who cares?
Oh my
I'm
God.
at this art gallery. Well, actually, the what's interesting to segue is with the Google phones. You could, with the latitude, you can turn that on, and it'll log you in for automatically. So it bots out. So you can actually bot that part of your life. So no matter where you go, if they've got that set up, you're just like, oh, he's in. He's
Well,
in
yeah,
Starbucks.
if
He's
you
there, he's there.
and it's not just on Google phones. You can do that on other phones too. You can set up Google Latitude, and then your friends can see on Google Maps where you are anytime.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So if you're flying all over the place, I mean, I know.
And it was funny because I was going to the BC Lions game last summer, and I was meeting a friend of mine there, and I was on the bus heading from downtown Vancouver to Empire Stadium, and the traffic was horrible, and so nothing was happening. I was just sitting there on the bus; I wasn't moving, and I kept getting these text messages saying, Has Latitude timed out, or are you actually still there? It was so funny because you could see on the phone that you could see my little icon and just sitting there downtown Vancouver, and it wasn't going anywhere. But yeah, I'm like, that's
bad when the whole internet is asking you if your life sucks that badly.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. What, you don't have a car?
Hey, so look at my thing is like, where did this start? One half of Facebook posts have profanity in them. Now I know. With our Arctic Fox,
That's
I know where
me.
that
I'm
comes.
bringing the average.
I'm
Our
thinking.
profanity, Maven.
I think it's the S word and the T word. That's because a lot of people don't realize the S word and T word are profanities, and when you're doing something like this, they're saying, well, if people use the S word, and they're saying, oh, that's an S'ing game, or he's an S'ing guy, and they don't realize it's a profanity. Has the profanity
S'ing
laws? Have the profanity laws being surpassed by social media and stuff like that, and what's normal? Because look at what's on TV and stuff like that. The stuff that the words they use into cable. Don't get me started.
Yeah, well, I think that the bar for profanity is lowered. It's more a part of our vernacular. And revolutionary times tend to be really sweary, and we are in a revolutionary time right now. The American founding fathers were very sweary people.
Oh yeah, they use the S word all the time.
They use
The
words we don't even
Constitution.
have anymore.
If we
'cause
the
they're so
S in
filthy.
people and somebody would edit, sorry.
GD straight, man.
Yeah, exactly. They got edited. Trust me.
Benjamin Franklin's original manuscripts and his letters are pretty filthy.
Oh, well, yeah, he didn't use the F word. He just described nubile women, the way the light bulbs light up when they come into the room and the way they glisten off their
We
thighs.
didn't have light bulbs back then, Bob.
Well, he
So
did.
the T word.
That's why he got influenced by it, right?
The T
Say,
word. The T
hey,
word.
this looks sucky in candlelight. I need some good lighting here to get some great porn happening. Look
Yeah,
at-
but
he
Bob,
was the
the
first
T
porn
word.
guy.
I think that's not.
Hey,
on the
Edison,
revised
get on that
list.
right
It
away.
is. Cannot say the
Bought
T
that from two Canadians, by the
You
way.
can say that.
word. No, you can't.
I know, and they also stole our
The
basketball.
revised George Carlin. Okay, everybody. We want everyone. This is a big shout out to Bobby. Shout out. I'm
Anyone
not asking
who's
for
milked
beer
a
to be mailed
cow
to me.
can
Look,
say
It's a teat.
it's a teat,
You can say
but
teat.
not the other T word.
But you spell it Teaty.
Nah, not the TIT word.
No, sorry, without the Y.
Yeah. Well, you can spell words. You can say SHIT, but you cannot say it like TIT.
Well, that's a load of crap.
CRAP.
I can
Which
say
is
that.
fine.
That's not bad.
Well, it's a function. Hey, anyways, so what I want to know is like where are these stats coming from? This is nuts. I think they have to revise. I think they're putting George in. George, we need to.
Well,
make you
there's no censor on Facebook. You can say what you want.
Yeah, that's part of the beauty of Facebook.
the broody.
And I've got some cousins in Ireland that do say whatever they want, and every
Wow,
second
that's
word is the
crazy
F word.
attitude.
I have
Yeah.
some cousins that do the same thing, but they're not from Ireland.
But they say the F word every now and again.
That's a cute bow on Bob's headphones.
Thing.
The F word, the C word, they say
This is
every
the
word.
right channel.
And there's no,
It's my
it's
dyslexia.
But I can understand people posting, what did you say the stat
The
was?
F word,
Well, what was the
half
stat?
of Facebook
S
posts
word,
have
the C
profanity in them.
word, the U word,
One
the A
half,
word,
50%.
the A word.
I mean, I think it's just
The Q
common.
word.
And I think these profanity laws are
the
old.
QU word.
And the other thing is that if you watch TV before 9 o'clock, it has the same content that it's after 9 o'clock, and whatever Canadian television used to
Yeah.
do is not the same thing they used to do. I mean, they air
But-
Family Guy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, same jokes.
Yeah,
No,
we
wouldn't
no,
have
no,
seen
no.
that 10 years ago.
Yeah, but it's in
that's
syndication.
No.
Doesn't matter. They used to have decency
no,
laws.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
No. Did
Where
you
did
hear
the
me saying
decency
no?
laws?
Here. So, the thing is,
Meh.
today,
Hey,
you don't watch TV. You download shows, and it's not at 7 o'clock. You could be downloading a 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock show, and you're watching it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because of your Roku device.
Yeah, the Roku device looks
so
sweet.
we are controlling the content that we're watching. So the censorship of it. Oh no! The reason we have censorship is to protect the children. From 6 o'clock on, all children go to bed. So after 6 or 7,
Well,
you're allowed to use the S word and
it's
the F
come a
word.
long way.
Also, I mean, on Facebook and in most social media sites, you're supposed to be 13 years old before you use it. I mean, every kid I know has 2 or 3 Facebook accounts, but you're supposed to be 13
Hang on,
years
what?
old.
Every
Technically.
kid you know has 2 or 3 Facebook accounts?
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
How do you get 2 or 3 Facebook accounts? Do you have the 2 or 3 emails?
Yeah.
Wow. How many
I mean,
Facebook accounts do you?
7-year-olds know this stuff.
Hey, how many email accounts do you have? ArcticFox.com.
5.
no
You
way.
have 5
We're not
email
talking
accounts?
about Facebook pages. We're talking about like actual
I'm-
profiles.
No, emails. I have 5.
Oh,
No,
well,
no,
oh,
but
yeah,
how
I've
many
got more than
Facebook
that.
accounts?
I only have 1 because I don't really like Facebook. If I were,
You don't like Mark's
you know what?
master plan?
There was a drink quiz app on it, and once I could get every question perfect from the beginning all the way through to 400, I quit. That's
Wow.
it. I beat all the games on Facebook. that I'm
Maybe you should have
interested
quit
in.
that app and not quit Facebook.
I'm
Anyways,
impressed.
hey,
the
we're
guy?
talking about profanity and all this.
Oh, wait,
it's
right. That's right. That's what we're talking about.
back on the Ed Sullivan show. Remember
Yes,
when
Ed?
the Rolling Stones were on there and they
Remember?
got banned?
No.
Well, either do I.
I was
but
there. I was tuning in. It was black and white
the-
TV, but
they
yes.
got banned for playing Satisfaction
Yeah.
because they didn't change the words as they requested,
Mm-hmm.
and it was too risque.
Yeah, well,
So,
it
I
is
mean,
pretty
like,
risque.
I mean,
even today is risque.
Think about how far we've come, right?
Not very.
Yeah.
If you
we're-
look at what's
we're
happening
going to
on
have a
Facebook.
backlash. It's going to go the other way. But also, you have to remember that Facebook is very prudish.
Is
So
it?
There are other sites where nobody cares. I once posted an F-bomb on somebody's, in a comment on somebody's wall. And she
You
went,
did an F-bomb
Did you drop a F-bomb on my Facebook
Oh, my
account?"
God, I'm
And
S-ing over the
get
F
your,
and you
get your
and B
bleeping
and
thumb
C.
ready, because here we go. I said,
Holy
you
smokes.
goddamn
Oh,
mofo, bitch. What do you think I'm...
Oh, I mean,
Hey,
you're killing
you
us
know,
with
I
the
was going to
editing.
say that
I
last
gotta
part that
remember.
you said.
I got to remember 5402 because I've got to go back there now.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways,
Wait,
I
can I
tell
throw
you,
something else
Hey,
in here?
Arctic Fox.
Can I
is
say
gonna get
something?
yes,
No.
please, please.
Why? But I don't get it. I guess I'm naive. Like, why? What's
you
the
were
point
Japanese.
of using profane words? Why? Like,
If
what
you go
do
look
you
up-
wanna, what are you communicating? Isn't this about relationships?
That hurt.
Sorry.
How do you form relationships?
The only thing I would
Or-
say
it's
is
not
you should.
about relationships.
With other
it's just,
profanity
but what is
explicit
why?
people.
Like,
Satomi,
what's the purpose?
Your homework for this week is to go look up Monty Python's The Use of the F Word,
Oh.
and you will learn what I'm saying about that.
It's the most versatile word
It
in
is
the
the
English
most
language.
versatile word it can convey anger, it can convey surprise, it can convey
love.
dismay.
You can use it in the
love,
middle of another word.
but it might shock you. So,
Anyways. No,
or you might like it. One of the two.
Actually, you know what it is?
And-
It's the inability of the North Americans to use vocabulary in a creative way because we are
That's
dysfunctional.
Right.
an
on,
interesting point, but I'd have to disagree because in one.
Well,
in
I think
terms
if your
of social
verbose
bonding,
concept of
in
reality
terms
is
of
unavailable
social
to let
bonding,
Social bonding.
shared taboos go a long way towards creating bonding, right? Remember when you were little
Yeah, we
and
gotta
you
do
and your best
sports.
friend would break a rule? Well, swearing together has some of that effect.
So is smoking cigarettes.
Also, it is
But
an
they cause
easier way
cancer.
to convey your thoughts without having to learn all those extra vocabulary. So maybe it's not just North America. Maybe it's just an easier way for this entire world to communicate.
You know what? I think it's a plot against the upper crust.
Oh, those toddy red shirts,
Oh,
blue shirts.
the soliloquies are incapable of the.
Hey, Bob. What is?
I was just about to go into a soliloquy,
But-
man.
What
It
is
was
what is what is
awesome.
la
You know,
web?
I think
I want to. I really want to know what la web is.
I do believe though that profanity.
La web.
Hang on. Let's get the profanity thing. We'll get into la web after
The last
la
comment
profanity.
of the profanity thing.
All right.
It just is effing easier
Two.
to talk about some S stuff.
Yeah, well, it's just lazy conflict.
Lazy.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's just lazy. And lazy communication is what is bringing down the society, and that's why we're
Wow, this sounds like we're in the
inferior
1800s right now.
to the Chinese ability to outproduce us with
Hey, it's the salt of the earth. And
shitty
speaking of the
practic-
speaking of the
I
salt
used
of the
word
earth,
S. I
we haven't
just
seen
asked for-
him come into the show today.
This sounds like something you'd hear on
56,
Fox
56, I
News.
used the S
Where's
word.
our friend Kevin?
I used-
He's on
I-
crutches now, so
Hey,
he can't
dude,
come back
listen,
No, is he on?
I
Oh,
used
that's the
the
guy
S
on
word back
crutches.
there.
Huh?
Yeah.
But
I know.
About 10, 15 seconds.
We got to.
it really is laziness to
It's a
Tomy,
major-
though.
We got a few minutes
It's,
left.
it's super lazy.
Before
The
we
problem is by using all these swear words on that show, we've got to edit for another 14 hours. So we're really effing peed off.
Well, this
What is
effing
La Web?
sucks.
what's la web? Anyone? Tell me what la web is.
La web. Yeah, you see? And this is why these guys are using the profanities. They just don't know what's going on.
I don't effing know.
All right.
Wait a minute, you were
The
born in
web
France?
is-
Where? In where?
Marville. I was
this
born
is-
in Marville,
This is
Where's
Paris.
Marville?
which is why I'm a stateless person now. It's a
It's
it
a
used to be
marvelous town.
a Canadian military base east of
There was
of
a Canadian
Paris.
Empire?
Yeah, well, in
Wow.
the NATO Cold War years, we
Yeah,
had
yeah,
all
they-
of
they
these
gave all
planes
that
all
stuff
over
away.
Germany and France and so on, and that's where I was born.
Cool.
And then
Okay.
I moved from Paris to Winnipeg at the age of 11 months, and I'm still not over the culture shock.
Well, then that's
Wow.
why she's becoming the Arctic fox.
I'm heading there in a month.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah.
So,
going to Marseille and Aix-en-Provence and Grenoble.
Very nice.
La la
Make
la
sure
la.
you go to the Sun King Palace. It's supposedly beautiful.
Oh, amazing.
Louis the 14th.
Louis,
Awesome.
he knew
Where
how
is
to
that?
party.
I think it's in Marseille.
Marseille?
Marseille
Yeah,
as well.
I'm saying they
Check
get
it
a
out.
great
I could be
DVD.
wrong about
So
that.
what is la web? I'm
Okay, La Web is this crazy French guy that just happens to hang out on what's that show? What show?
It's an
This Week
awesome
in Tech.
social media
Twit.
conference.
Yeah, it's the top European social media conference, and all the American big time guys get invited to Europe and say, "Hey, look, talk about it," so Europe can say, "Hey, wow, this is cool. We should try to get into it."
Well, I've heard of that, but I thought because you were mentioning it now that it was a new thing.
Oh no.
Okay, no. It is pretty
December-
much the biggest thing in the
In-
world
in
next
Eu-
to South by Southwest.
Well, in Europe, basically,
It's
it's South by
Software is
Southwest
a
in
partner.
Europe, basically.
Softlayer is a partner. They were here for Web Not War and the Canadian Game.
Yep, exactly. So I'm just saying that La Web is happening in December. Thank goodness. And I want everybody to know.
Oh,
and you say in the notes, does anybody care?
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's our point exactly. I'm just trying to educate people that people are doing stuff in Europe that is equivalent of South by Southwest. People that go to South by Southwest consider La Web one of the most important places to go, or at least watch it streaming. Not last year, I watched it streaming. It's like 18 hours. And what was really amazing about the show is they had a massive snowstorm, and actually nobody could go to the actual event. They only have 200 or 300 people in this amphitheater that could handle like several thousand people, but they just kept on going because they knew it was streaming, and they had this amazing back end that was just streaming all this stuff. And I was able to experience La Web, even though people that were in Paris at that time couldn't get to it, and hopefully the headphones they could stream it.
It's too bad we didn't
Cool.
do this earlier, because I'm just looking at the registration page, and if we'd mentioned this yesterday, I guess a week and a day
We got a
ago,
free iPad.
it would have been 1,400 euros, and now it's 2,300 euros.
Holy
Yeah, well,
smokes,
I-
wow.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, no, it ain't cheap. Plus flying there, plus the hotel, plus the mushrooms and the drugs and stuff. Oh, you got to stop in Amsterdam.
Bring
Holy
the
smokes,
bud,
mushrooms.
and they'll pay for your mushrooms.
Go
Trust me.
to
Mushrooms keeps
Amsterdam.
coming in.
Actually, if you
pick
go
up
to
some
Paris,
supplies.
you can't get any real bud. They actually only smoke hash over there.
Cool. So as we
Wow.
mentioned last week,
But that's
Oh,
from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
Okay, look, let's talk about our sponsor, Wix, because, you know, we have been really, as a sponsor, we've really not even talking about them very much. So we got some great
well, we
talking
mentioned them at
points
the
here.
end. We had some mentioned at the end of the
talked about
episode.
last week, like there are 10 million registers. But really, what I want to talk about is Wix.com. If nobody's ever used Wix.com, go to Wix.com. Go there. It's amazing. The thing I like, if you've got a
Well,
Facebook account,
Satomi's setting up a Wix.com page.
you got to try that, yeah?
Yeah, I am. I've got two, but
You have 2 Wix websites
website-
happening right
Well, I still haven't published it, but I'm just getting it all together.
How you just hit the publish button, man. It's that easy.
I played with it and it's awesome.
Well,
And,
it's just that
it's
but
so
the,
easy to
the
use.
content is what's taking me the most
Yeah,
time.
that's the hardest
Yeah,
part.
well,
yeah,
that,
but,
you know,
but the setup itself is
this is all done
very
for you,
simple. Yes.
Well, Bob set up our bunker project Wix.com Facebook page,
yeah, right.
and it
In
was
an
the
hour.
content that took him the longest
Yeah.
time. It
Yeah,
wasn't,
well, when I
Oh.
poured it over, did the second time, it took like half an hour, and I redid the whole thing.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting about Wix right now is they are addressing the mobile approach to internet, and really that's the future right now. Mobile is nuts, and addressing that is the company plans to release a mobile standalone product later this year, allowing
actually
users to
accidentally
create
What
websites.
is
mentioned
that,
that.
though, Bob?
What?
a mobile
Mobile.
enhanced web page. So
Yeah, basically
it's
what it means-
optimized for a cell phone.
Yeah,
smartphone.
so what that means is like you have a beautiful website. It looks like cool on your 17-inch monitor,
Yeah,
your 24-inch monitor, your 15-inch monitor. It's, oh, it's great. And then you look at your 2.3-inch phone and it falls apart.
Yeah,
Or
I got
your
in trouble for
your
mentioning it a
10-inch
few episodes
pad.
ago
Exactly, because they weren't ready.
because
So
I
the
had the
10-inch
sneak peek.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we get sneak peeks and stuff. Like, hey, if you want to know what's happening with X, just
Yeah.
give us an email and we'll let you know. But don't tell Aaron, okay? Because we get in trouble.
Yeah, we can't. We
can't
can
tell
give you. We can give you
because
the.
he's
We
our
can give you
sponsor.
the skinny on it, but we can't. We can't
So, anyways,
tell you.
Yeah.
On
definitely
the show.
understand that
Oh, so-
mobile is the way to go. So basically what you can do is you can set up a website and then you can say, hey, mobilize this sucker, and it'll be available for tablets, it'll be work with phones and all that type of stuff, which is huge value. And I know people are spending $5,000-$6,000 on a website to just do that, and it's free on Wix. It's
Yeah.
nuts. It's
Yeah.
totally nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know what
And
they're
it's
doing.
only
It's crazy.
$4 a month to get your own domain name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool,
I
and,
know.
and
It's
they
pretty
just
cheap.
closed
Yeah.
$40 million deal round of funding that's going to launch all sorts of awesome product updates
Yeah,
for Wix.
exactly.
And
You
yeah.
get to cash in
Oh,
on their
and
ability
by
to
the
get
way, if
messages,
you're in
so-
Vancouver, you can sign up for the Wix Vancouver meetup group. It's Vancouver Online Business Optimization, and you'll get to see all these great guest speakers. And one of them is, of
one
course,
of us mean
the marketing mentor Bob Garlick, talking about how your
Yeah.
marketing sucks.
Actually, I went and recorded that, so I'm going to put that up on one of my podcasts. I'll let you know.
How many people showed up for that?
That was like a 25. I had 25 people. It was good. The night before, I had 80 people. I was doing the same
Same
presentation,
presentation, yeah.
And what was interesting with the small intimate group, we could really, I just breezed through the PowerPoint, blah, 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 half an hour. And then we got into like 45 minutes. And
How were the questions? Were they like
they
super
were
in depth?
well, we went for an hour and a half. I cut all that out in my MP3 that I've got right now that I'll be posting. But yeah, there were awesome questions. Awesome questions.
Would you recommend speaking to that group?
Which group?
The Internet Business Optimization.
Oh,
Online?
it's awesome.
Yeah, I've been to.
I've been to a couple of meetups too. I'm just thinking from a business standpoint, maybe I should go.
I think they should be
Yeah,
recorded. I
Wait.
think those meetings should be recorded and
Well,
put up as a podcast.
You know what blows me away is the ones you want to go to is the Google Analytics one, because I was Google Analytics and maybe I should get into it. I don't know. I went there. It's like,
You're already
holy
into it.
cow,
What are you
this is an
talking about?
amazing tool.
Oh, it's
really
awesome.
awesome. And I plugged all my websites into it. And actually, I was
You were
doing some
already in it, weren't you?
I was no, not before Eric. Eric turned me onto it. So hey,
Well,
Luca.
Eric's specialty is SEO, so I mean,
Oh, absolutely. But
search engine optimization is almost 2/3 of the battle.
Cool.
well,
Well,
it's the
hey,
ability to see what's going on with your website,
Before we
like
close
where
off the
people
show,
are going.
Before we close off the show, we have time for one more thing. And
All
we're gonna
right.
Talk about how
Vitamin
Google,
D.
Oh, sorry. No, it's vitamin B.
Can I bring up a thing?
Okay, sure, absolutely. The hell with Google.
Can we talk about how Call of Duty has a new thing called Elite,
No,
which allows
no, we can't.
Hang on, I'm interested because I got Call of Duty. What's going on here? Call of Duty. Can I shoot better?
No,
Will I not get my
well,
my ass
actually,
kicked
maybe
by
you
those
can.
guys that just totally.
It's a new service they're going to be launching with their new game,
Nice.
which is a paid subscription service to go along with their game.
Beautiful. Can you get special weapons?
No,
Damn.
no, but you actually get
I
like
just
extra
wanna nuke.
features like uploading videos for your account, sharing with the community, finding other people that are also interested in the community with you, and they call it a combination of Facebook meets organizational sports.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Did you write a blog post on this?
Not yet.
Well, hurry up because I'm
It
interested.
just came out yesterday.
Well, get on it, dude. Jeez,
And it's
we're-
not Canadian, so
Yeah,
I
well, by the-
really
Yeah, by the time
can't
people
write a
listen
blog
to-
post about it just yet.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
sure, absolutely. you
I
can.
could, but I write
By
for
the
a
time
Canadian
people
digital
listen to-
new media blog, so I can't
Yeah, but
necessarily.
you could be ahead of the curve.
but it's not Canadian; it's American.
Yeah, because but if you were lucky, if you cheated it, if you went down to Blaine, you could play the
If
game.
they had a Canadian contingency, maybe I could write about it.
Maybe. you
All
could.
right.
It's just what we do, okay? We want to
Alright.
keep Canadian content.
Stir in
at the
that
forefront.
pot. Stir in that pot.
But it's
Get in the
awesome.
poutine.
It's
You want
weird
poutine
that they're
sticks
going to
together.
be
CRTC.
they're going to be adding this sort of feature, and it's interesting that companies are now deciding that they're going to do a subscription base to provide new content rather than a one shot.
All right. Speaking of war, Gang of Four. Eric Schmidt. Is it Eric Schmidt?
Eric Schmidt.
Yeah, Eric
Yeah.
Schmidt. He declares war on reality. Google executive chair Eric
says
Schmidt
that,
describes his company as part of a gang of four. Kingdoms Consumer Technology, along with Amazon, Apple, and Facebook.
So basically,
Oh,
what Bob?
Microsoft's not
Let me
involved.
translate what
Blah,
Bob
blah,
just
blah.
said. Bob just said that Eric Schmidt has described his company as part of the gang of four kings of consumer technology, along with Amazon, Apple, and Facebook, explicitly not including Microsoft in that
I
list.
know. You know, and I would respect them a lot, but the gang of four, if they could paint, because there was the gang of seven in Canada. Gosh,
Or
they could
rule
paint.
China. One or the other.
Oh, that was the gang of like 74.
5.
So basically, in this conference, Schmidt seemed determined to sideline the world's largest software company as an enterprise play. He said Microsoft is not driving the consumer revolution in the minds of consumers, and claimed that the majority of Microsoft's profits came from corporate sales, which is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And he said that the Xbox gaming system doesn't count because
boo-boo.
because it's not a platform at the computational level.
Yeah, and you know Andrew did not read that. That's
I'm
right.
not.
That's
That's
verbatim.
coming
He is
like
a
boom.
sharp man.
It's
Boom.
just like
he is.
boom. It's there, right? And
Yeah.
It's true. It's not a
Hey,
official
my
platform because it
favorite.
has to use other
yeah.
things.
So I mean,
Absolutely.
it's huge, but
As soon as it gets its own web browser, though, it is its own computational framework.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything's
So
about
I
this.
thought we'd just bring that up and
No,
see what you
my
guys
favorite
think.
quote though is like, this Schmidt guy says,
It's the Schmidt guy.
I look forward to working at Google until after death. So man, this guy's coming back as a Terminator 4. to bring Google
Go play
back.
Portal 2 and you'll see what it's like when a CEO comes back from death.
Whoa, gnarly.
With a child.
Splat.
Oh!
Harsh Tukes, dude.
Kind of like Andrew. He's got a kid.
All right. Hey, with this, we got to look at sign-off music. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, stuff like about 50 minutes, and I'm going to talk too fast. It's like a hockey player would talk. Subscribe to Vancouver, the constant, and the win and score.
And thanks to Wix for sponsoring the Bunker Project, the #1 platform to produce your own web presence.
Yeah, you should score with Wix.
And if you want to join the show, call 1-877-636-1474. Sign up for our mailing list.
And you shoot your score with the Uncensored Social
And
Underground.
on Twitter at Bunker Live.
Yeah. Oh, nice feedback.
Totally overdid that
Oh,
one.
nice. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.